how the groups looked the first couple weeks here?
Not bad. They're working hard. We got a lot of work yet to be done, though. Our goal from the first day of spring is to be consistent. We've had some consistent days and we had some consistently bad days. We want to be consistently good, so we're working on that every single day.
Can you kind of juxtapose how Kevin looked when he first got here as a freshman to now? Obviously he looks a little bit different physically, but just mentally as well.
Yeah, he's had a great off-season in the weight room, getting a little bigger, a little stronger, and to me he looks a little faster. So that's just a testament to him, putting the work in, catching a lot of jugs, a lot of lobster, tennis ball machine, and he's making a lot of plays out there.
Looks like you're going to put him in a lot of spots, just from looking at the live stuff. You got some plans for him?
Yeah, I tell everybody in that room, the more of you know of this offense, the more we can move you around and get you the ball. And so that's another thing, testament for him to learn this offense quickly and for him to be able to play at multiple positions.
How about their rapport with Chris? Do they seem like they're more on the same page here with a little more seasoning?
I think so. I think that's a lot to do with Coach McGee, kind of clean up some of the footwork with the quarterbacks, and we're kind of teamed that up with the route concepts. So it's timing up a lot better, and those guys did a heck of a job working this offseason, throwing routes in the gym, or it was a nice day out on the field.
How would you evaluate just the performance of your group last year?
Not up to the standard. Not up to the standard, and everybody knows that in that room, and we got to make plays for our quarterback. Every passing can be a perfect ball, and so we got to go make those 50-50 catches and win our one-on-one battles.
Do you use that as a coach? Do you use it as motivation for your guys, challenging them?
Yeah, I do on certain days. When those guys need a little bit extra juice, a little reminder, we can talk about us not making plays last year, and it kind of lights a little fire underneath it a little bit.
You said you guys got a long way to go still. What are some of the more specific areas that you're kind of focusing on?
Details. Details in terms of the scheme, details in terms of our route running. If we can clean those up, I think we're going to be a dangerous unit. But there's a step here, a step there that's going to make us an elite group instead of just an average group.
Following up on Kevin, it seems like the Jay is real close attention to detail.
You guys took my favorite Royals player.
A big piece of this game is that, just his concentration and things like that.
Yeah, you guys just watch him catch the ball, and you just look at his eyes. They're really focused on the crosshairs of the football. That's something I preach all day, every day. And I think that's what sets Kevin apart a little bit. He's a very detailed person. And it shows up in his real life, too. He's got his schoolwork done. His house is in order. And, of course, it shows up on the football field as well.
What do you say your general just feel overall of the team as a whole so far at this point in spring ball?
I think they're a little more used to us as a coaching staff. So they're flying around. They know the drills a little bit better. So we're able to have a more efficient practice.
What do you think you need to do to get Mitch Herbert back to all Big Sky level like he was when he was a sophomore?
I think just putting him in the right spot to be successful in terms of this offense. Some scheme stuff, and teaching him stuff in terms of detailed route running and being able to win those 50-50 balls down the field, because he's a sure-handed wideout. We just give him the ball. He's going to make us look good.
You talked about the performance last year being a little substandard. How much ownership do you think the wide receivers take in the way the passing game kind of struggled last year?
I think they take a great deal of pride in that. Obviously, you come to play wideout to catch passes. We completed 2 out of 9 versus Montana last year. Obviously, you want to catch 15 a game. But I'm granted those guys, too, they just want to win. So if that means catching 0 passes or catching 10, they just want to win. But they definitely are hungry to get the pass game a little more efficient.
How would you assess the progress you guys have made in terms of your rapport with Chris here in the past couple months since we saw you last?
I think we've come a long ways. Since we ended the season in November, we were throwing 3 times a week, starting as soon as we got back from break. And, we're trying to continue that through spring practice, through the summer, into the fall.
Coach Miller said he's seen a pretty big change in Chris. Have you seen that as well?
Yeah, he's matured a lot. He's got a better idea, of the quarterback position. That's a lot of credit to Coach McGee. He's come in and done a great job as well.
What was the biggest challenge of last season, just with the struggles you guys had in the past game?
I'd say the biggest struggle was just not winning games. Football's a lot more fun when you win, and as a receiver, we want to catch passes, but if we have to block all game, as long as we win, we're going to be happy.
Coach Miller was saying that you guys got to work on some of the details. I'm sure you heard him. How do you think you personally are coming along with that so far?
As a group, I think we've come a long way since day one. One of our main keys and goals of the spring is to be consistent. And, we've had a few good days. We've also had a few inconsistent days. And, these last 8 or 9 practices, whatever we have, we need to string together some good days.
What about your overall feeling of spring ball as a whole, both on offense, defense? How's everybody looking, feeling at this point?
it's been really competitive. You know, we just started putting on the pads this last week, and you know, guys are getting after it. And you know, these next few weeks are going to be a grind. They'll be physical, but they'll help us out a lot come fall.
You talked about the growth you've seen in Chris. How about in Kevin? How's he kind of changed since you first met him in August to now?
Kevin came in really quiet, but he's gotten more comfortable, and he's made a lot of plays this spring. And you know, he'll be a big contributor coming fall.
What does he kind of bring to the table for you guys? Looks like you got some plans for him. He's all over the field.
Yeah, he's all over. He can play in the slot. He can play outside. He can throw the ball as well. But he brings another dimension to the receiver group. He's quick. Not a lot of guys can keep up with him. He's probably the best route runner on the team. So you know, he's gonna help us a lot.
What's it going to take for guys like Cam Sutton, Keon Steffens to come along and help you guys out this year?
They've come a long way, just over the course of the spring. You know, watching film, showing up in the offices, and you know, getting the new offense down. And they have all the talent in the world. And you know, I think come the fall they're going to be big contributors as well.
What can you say about Coach Armstrong and just how the offense is kind of adjusting to his style?
He's doing a great job. He's got a great command of the offense, and you know, he knows what our identity wants to be, and he's a great leader. And we're kind of working on our base plays right now, but there's a lot of stuff we can do off of it in terms of motion and you know, just little wrinkles off every play. But he's doing a great job.
Nice.
Well, nice to meet you first off.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Yeah.
How are things different from when you first stepped foot on campus to now? Mitch said he didn't hear you talk for the first week of camp, but
Yeah, I was a little quiet coming in. I think the big thing for myself is just a lot more confidence. And these guys are great. I mean, I came in quiet, but they broke me out of my shell. They're really surrounded by a good group of guys.
what were the expectations when you got here, and how did that compare with you getting on the field that much? Is that a bit of a surprise?
Yeah, to me it was really surprising. I mean, back in my head I always knew like I could contribute at this level, but I just wanted to come in and help the team, whether that be on scout team or I was lucky enough to be able to help out on Saturdays.
At what moment did you realize that maybe you could play as a true freshman?
Probably about midway through fall camp. I'm not gonna lie, those first couple of practices were pretty intimidating, but I kind of got the flow of it and got more confidence as the season went on.
Mitch said you're the best route runner out there, and I guess it seems like you're pretty meticulous in terms of paying attention to detail, things like that. You talk about that aspect of your game and just making sure you're doing all the right things, even the small little things.
Well, I'm pretty blessed to have a guy like Mitch around me, a guy who actually I've learned a lot from over the years, and I contribute a lot of my route running to my dad. I mean, a lot of long nights and early mornings that me and him used to spend. But yeah, Mitch and a lot of the guys, I'll take a little bit from everyone's game and try to improve mine.
How invaluable was that experience last year? I know you didn't show itself in wins, but you got out on the field. How much does that help for a young guy, for his confidence and getting some momentum going?
Yeah, confidence, like you just said. Just as much. I mean, the more time you get out there on Saturdays, it definitely pays off. And you know, just trying to be more of a leader. And obviously, like you said, 4 and 7 is not acceptable, and we know that. And we're trying to change that around here to get back to winning ways.
What kind of steps did you take in the offseason? It looks like you came back a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger, yeah. You know, I just wanted to be the hardest worker. Either after catching jugs, bringing more guys with me to catch jugs, working out. Because that's the little things that's going to help separate myself and as a unit too. That's the stuff what we need.
Have you seen some progress made from Chris's perspective and your rapport with him? Do you guys feel like you're more on the same page here?
I'd say, like I've been saying, I think the more time he's gotten behind center, improved his confidence, and Coach McGee's doing a great job. Just kind of tweaking some things and getting his footwork right, because I can definitely see some strides that Chris has made, and he'll continue to make strides.
Coach Miller said he thought that the wide receiver performance was maybe not up to par last year. So does that motivate you guys?
Yeah, it does, and we definitely agree with him. Personally, I left a lot of plays out there last year, and I think as a group we did as well. And leaving those plays out there results in 4 and 7. And we know as a unit, if we make those plays, we can turn that around and improve our record.
What was your biggest adjustment as a true freshman off the field?
Off the field, probably being more of a leader. You know, it's tough school. You have to balance a lot of things, and time management's really important. I wanted to be able to bring some more guys with me when I'm working out or doing some extra stuff because, I mean, we're only good as our weakest link, and we need to, as a unit, improve to be able to improve our record.
Quarterback gets all the credit when things are going well and take most of the heat when things aren't going well in the passing game. So just curious how much ownership you guys as a group took in last year's performance, like passing wise.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, we take most of the blame. Chris or Tyler's back there. Like you said, a lot of the people in the stands only see them not being able to get the ball out or being flush, but that's on us as well. And that's just going to come from better route running, coverage recognition, and just improving as a group.